Welcome back to another video. Today it's raining, as you can hear, so we are working on the mini bike again. Got a nice big old pile of parts that we're going to be putting on. People have requested that we do more videos. The daughter has already put on the exhaust, if you can see. She's sitting over there. Say hi. So yeah, we are going to put in this new carb and see what it does. So let's get to it. Hanging out.
There you have it. That's the completed product.
Alright, so first thing you want to do is go ahead and take off the air filter box and the air filter, which was already done. You got these two wing nuts here, and they just pretty much bolt down into the top of the air filter and then the top of the air box. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and take this off here, which is these two Phillips head screws. So let's do that. So you got to use something small so that you can not hit the frame, or there use something extremely long to bypass the frame. And next, you're going to take these two bolts off here. It looks to be about 10 millimeter. Alright, so once you take those screws off, this whole plastic assembly comes off. And now you're at your carb. That's what it looks like. You got your choke. You got your fuel on and off. And yeah, so next we're going to take off the whole carb. And that should just slide off. Okay, so the carb just slides out. You got this fuel line here that bolts up right here. Put it in the upwards position. If not, you'll start leaking fluid everywhere. Then you got your little elbow. It just slides out of this little hole here up at the top, and then your little spring that just comes out really easy too. That's these two guys right here. I don't know if you can really see them because of the fuel hose. As you can see, fuel's going everywhere. But yeah, they're down there. So yeah, carbs out. Careful with your gaskets. Some of the kits come with them, some of the kits don't. I'm not sure if this one has or not. I'll find out in a second. But yeah, let me assess everything, and then I'll show you how to put the new one back in. Alright, so the kit we got apparently does not fit 100%. Obviously, it's Chinese made. On Amazon, it calls for every mini bike except the B200R, which is what we have. I'm going to attempt something, and we'll see how it goes. Don't think you can see, but inside there, see, I see a light at the end of the tunnel, maybe. Anyway, top up here, there's itty bitty little light showing through. I'm gonna use some engine sealant. I used a gasket. They said use a gasket. This gasket looks exactly like this, but the gasket doesn't cover that part. The gasket covers the old part because it fits perfectly up against the old carb. The old carb makes a fresh seal. So I'm going to attempt to do what the wonderful internets said, but it wasn't for this bike, so I don't know. But yeah, so to catch you up, these long bolts here went into here. I screwed them out. That goes into the engine. Obviously, you can't use these because of that. So just grab some vice grips, snap it on, unscrew it, and yeah. Then these came with the kits. These are the smaller of the 4 they give you. So you got these here. The other ones are about yay big. So they go into there. These go into the carb, and then mounts with the lock nuts on the back. So that's what I'm gonna do now. The mounts are all up. I think this whole thing has to go away too, because it's got a whole new throttle cable that comes into the top of the carb, and the fuel line is longer too, because the fuel line, you put this up here like this, the fuel inlet's right there by my thumb, and then the throttle comes up the top. So yeah, let's figure out how to do that. All right, so I got the carb mounted. Hopefully this thing works. This is the new fuel line. I'm gonna take the old fuel line off, plug the new fuel line into the bottom of the tank. Since, like I said, it's been relocated, so it's further away, so they give you a longer line. Don't know the quality of this line. It feels really cheap. I don't know if the gas is gonna eat it away or not. We'll see. But yeah, try and get your tank empty, or at least as empty as you can, because it's a mess. You got 2 bolts here, and then 1 bolt here, and the whole tank comes out. It's all 10 millimeters. I took out this whole thing here, because from the looks of it, I'm not gonna need it anymore, but I gotta figure out what to do with the governor, because yeah, that's not gonna connect to anything anymore. So I don't know if this kit is supposed to be whenever the governor is removed. Probably, but if so, I guess that's the next video on how to remove the governor. But we'll figure that out when that time comes. Yeah, so let me put the tank back on and I'll get to the throttle cable next. So, new day, new problems, new solutions. Yesterday, I was putting in a carb and an exhaust on my mini bike. This morning, I realized, well, last night, yesterday, I realized that the carb that we got was for a non-governored whatever engine. I have a governor in my engine, went to remove it, I broke some things. So, not installing the carb, and instead installed a Predator engine. So the Predator engine also has a governor, so we'll have to figure out how to put another carb on it without removing the governor. Don't want to dig into this motor. It's got a 2-year warranty, so after 2 years maybe I'll dig into it, but as of right now, no. I did put the exhaust on it. It is loud if you take the muffler off. As you guys can probably see in my Instagram video. If not, go check it out. It's either Sucat or JDM Sucat. I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, so got a 3-hour break-in period, and then we can go have fun with it. And I've been running it for about an hour now. I turned it off so I can finish this video for you guys. If you are planning on doing this on the B200R, know that you're not going to have your kill switches or your lights, unless there's some way to splice it into here. I haven't really looked into it. Once again, I don't want to avoid any warranties or anything at the moment. You have your new engine cut off and cut on right here. Your throttle cable used to wrap around here, come up and then go in the back. It will not do that anymore. This is reversed. So instead of it going this way, it is not going this way. So your throttle cable has to come up through here. I just put a little zip tie right here onto the air filter, and it seems to work perfectly fine. No issues there. This takes 87 to 93. No ethanol needed, but it does say to use fuel stabilizer with it. I don't have any in this one for the break-in period, just because I didn't see that until after I put it together. So next bit of fuel I get, I will go put fuel stabilizer in it. Hopefully this will run better. It takes a 3/4 inch clutch. You can get them at some tractor supplies. If you want to get a stock Coleman one, They last maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Aftermarket ones, I'm not quite sure. Haven't bought any. I bought one from Amazon and it lasted a day. So yeah. Sorry if you guys were interested in figuring out how to do the carb and the intake or the exhaust. The exhaust is really easy. It is literally just 2 bolts, take it off, 2 bolts, put it back on. The carb was way more into it. You had to take these out, put new bolts in. This, I don't know if you can see or not. I posted in the previous of the video. There is light coming through. This isn't made for this engine. It is made for that engine if I want to remove the carb or the governor, which I might eventually do that. But I broke some things in here internally, some gears and stuff. I might eventually try and rebuild this and make it better, faster, stronger. But until then, I'm just gonna have fun with that, with the daughter. I still got this one that I gotta put back together too. Yeah, rob Peter to pay Paul. She was having issues with clutches and chains, and so she took them off the other bike. Supposed to have 2 bikes to play with, now we got 1. But nonetheless, I'm just battling on now, trying to make this video a little bit longer, see who's all gonna watch till the end. Comment Ramshambo, just to see if you guys saw this part. I don't know. More content coming soon. I'll have my car here soon. Then we'll start with the Del Sol stuff again. Continue on with the mini bike stuff. Might take them out tomorrow, have fun with them, if I can get that one back together. Anyway, you guys have a great day, night, week, year, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Space Machine.